Good morning, Americans, or afternoon, Americans. This is your favorite alien here on Wednesday, October 23rd. Sitting here with my friend Tom Chastain here at Atherton Place. Wanted to do a review on Mr. Rand Paul's book, Against Socialism. Is that the name of that one?
Yes, the case against socialism.
The Case Against Socialism. So, Mr. Chastain here, you read the book. What would you say about Mr. Paul's book here?
Well, it is a wonderful book, and Mr. Senator Rand Paul outlines the case against socialism, and he tells why all of these countries that have tried socialism, how it has wrecked their economy, and how the people have starved, uh, and yet their leaders have put on many pounds. And so, if you are concerned about all of these 2020 candidates, these 2020 Democrat candidates who are out there embracing socialism and saying how great it is, you need to go out and pick up a copy of Senator Rand Paul's book, The Case Against Socialism, and see how it has ruined the economy of all of these other countries. And this book also outlines the case of how capitalism is much better and prosperous for the country, and how socialism uh, destroys medical care and is just not good at all, and how socialism does not it, and how socialism uh, destroys the economy. And he even addresses these current Democrats that are running for president, how they are how they are hypocrites. They
Does he mention how, say, Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio Cortez, otherwise known as AOC, uh, tries to put socialism, but she has no backing for it?
Yes.
Yeah, because her socialism, me being from Panama and grew up in socialism, I can tell you that hers is going to take this country for disaster. And he specifies that on her book there.
Yes, and I know from personal experience. I am from Tampa, and I know of several people who have done missionary work in Cuba, and they've taken medicine and money over there because the Cuban government uh, does not bother to help the doctors or the people over there, and that is very bad. And yet these 2020 Democrat candidates just just think socialism is so great, and uh, they just uplift it like it's the greatest thing in the world. Bernie Sanders spent his honeymoon in Russia, and they just think it's the greatest thing in the world, and yet it has ruined the economy of countless countries, and the people have starved, and yet the only place where the money goes is into the pockets of the dictators of these countries, and yet they don't bother to tell you that.
Yeah, I know by experience because in my since I'm from Central America, I mean Nicaragua before the Sandinistas, you had father and son Somozas controlling it, and they had a socialist form of government, and it was kind of disastrous for the people. And the Sandinistas made it even worse when they got in. And I noticed that poor Mr. Rand Paul got really not a good deal when he went to the View because some of those ladies in the View are very socialist. It looks like they didn't give him a chance to explain himself, right?
That's true.
Yeah. So, in your opinion, this is a book worth reading and purchasing.
Yes, it is, and it's available everywhere online. If you have a Barnes and Noble membership card, you can get 10% off, and it's on Amazon, BN.com, and Books a Million, and PowellsBooks.com, and or you can order it from your local Barnes and Noble, and it is a wonderful book that really gives you a great insight into the why socialism is bad, and you should really read it before you vote.
Okay. I'll let my viewers know this. And like I said, Americans, this is your favorite alien, along with Mr. Tom Chastain. He's a friend of mine here at Atherton Place. And I always strive to give you the other half of the picture here. And, just read the book. I've read some excerpts of it. And it is a good book as far as anti socialism because it'll tell you what to expect. So if you're voting for AOC and people like that, Bernie Sanders especially, you're going to be in for a hell in a handbasket. So for me, your favorite alien, no Bubba today. And Mr. Chastain, we say, have a nice afternoon, right, Mr. Chastain?
Yes.
You guys have a good day. Bye.